When is the time to practice yoga? Hi there, and welcome to our series on the Sanskrit Yoga Sutras of Patanjali Explained. Really thrilled to be here with you. This is our first episode, so really excited to get started. What are the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali? We've got a more in-depth introduction, which you can find by clicking on the link, which will be either at the top or bottom of this screen. But just to put it in brief, Patanjali Yoga Sutras are a really beautiful expression from a realized master or saint, if you will, about the nature of the mind. And not only the nature of the mind, but how to have a more clear mind, how to come to our natural state of peace and well-being and innocence, if you will, unencumbered by thoughts and botherations and the drifting mind. So really beautiful process. It's a text I've been reading and listening to and coming back to for about 13 years now. I think it's that powerful. It continues to give new insight, new clarity into the mind, and it's just a real pleasure to be with. So in today's episode, we start the series with Yoga Sutra number 1. So each episode, we're going to have the question. What's the question this Yoga Sutra is either responding to or raising? We're going to look at how it applies to our own lives. We're going to look at the Sanskrit, the original text. What does it mean? We're going to look at also a very simple, elegant, hopefully, English translation of the text. So let's go right into it. When is the time to practice yoga? And let's dive right in. First sutra, Atha Yoganushasanam. What does it mean? Now let's look into the discipline of yoga. Let's break that down word by word. Atha, and now. So, yoga. We'll go more into what yoga means. We'll spell that out and explain that in more detail. Anushasanam. Those two words got combined there. Yoganushasanam. Actually, yoga anushasanam. Yoganushasanam. In Sanskrit, when two short meet, they form one long a. Atha Yoganushasanam. So shasana is a rule. Anushasanam means discipline, or I think in today's vocabulary, you could consider it like a practice or a strong habit that you want to develop or cultivate. Good example, brushing your teeth. It's not necessarily a rule that you're going to be punished for, but it's a practice that we've trained ourselves to do. It's a strong habit we've cultivated. Like how a cat reacts when you try and put it in a bath? That may have been our reaction when we were forced to stick this toothbrush in our mouth and clean our teeth every day. But we've developed a healthy habit. We've built a habit that promotes our health, our well-being, our long-term joy and happiness and health. The practice of yoga is very similar. It's a discipline that, while it might be a little uncomfortable coming right into it at the start, over time, building the habit, building the discipline feels really good. It gives long-term satisfaction, even though at the outset, it may not be, slightly uncomfortable. Just changing the mind, retraining the neural pathways of the mind is in some respect the practice of yoga. So that's our first sutra. One way I think this is really useful to look at is, it starts with that first word, atha, and now, then. So when is the practice of yoga really useful. So one way to look at this is when we're caught in a situation where, being in a state where we feel uncomfortable. When we look at yoga, the root of yoga, yog, similar to the English word yoke, to yoke together, to unite, union. All this comes from that word yoga, yukta, united. And so when we feel not united, when we feel separate from, when we feel that integrity of our consciousness is missing or dispersed, and our mind has gone in so many threads, scattered in many directions, that's the time. Right now is a great time to come back to yoga, to the practice of stability, of centeredness. So it's really a welcome invitation anytime, wherever you are. Let's come back to the practice, to our center. Atha yoganushāsanam. So one useful way to apply this is to look at our lives and see, is there somewhere where I could feel more united, more whole, to bring that more integrity of my being and my consciousness into that place, into that moment, into that situation. And if so, then this is a great practice to engage in. So let's go forward with it. And also please leave a note in the comment section below, whether it's a response to the question, whether it's an insight, just a comment you'd like to share, a question you have for clarity, or a question that could be a suggestion for a next topic to cover later on in the videos. We will read those and respond to those and continue to create content that carries on that conversation. Without further ado, let's dive into our quick reflection, where we'll just sit with this knowledge, sit with this sutra, this idea for some time, and let it sink in a little deeper. This is one thing I like to practice along with the Yoga Sutras, rather than just reading them and speeding through them, to sit with them for a while. Give them a little space to seep in. So we'll be doing that here and there as part of the videos. So let's close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath in. And out with a gentle smile. Sitting with the back straight and shoulders relaxed, releasing any tension in the body, letting the full weight of our body sink into the chair or floor beneath us. Relaxing the lower back, upper back, shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out, relaxing the neck and throat. The forehead, the eyes, the face, the gentle smile, breathing in, and breathing out, relaxing the whole body. The whole body. Deep breath in. And out. And some thoughts may be coming up, or maybe going. That's fine. Just being aware of the thoughts. Maybe thoughts of the future, or thoughts of the past. Doesn't matter. Just letting go and being right here, right now. And now. Coming back to the present moment. Coming back to the practice now. Back to yoga. And relaxing, letting go. Releasing any efforts. And relax. Let's breathe in and out. Another deep, full breath in. And out. Slowly and gradually, becoming aware of body and surroundings. And when you feel ready, easily and gently, let's open our eyes. Be sure to check out the next video that's coming out, where we have a conversation with another teacher to talk about this very same thing. It's our series, Yoga Sutras Conversations, where we'll be looking at the practice of yoga applied to everyday life and how it really, help it make sense and really fit in an authentic, integrated way. I also invite you to leave a comment if you have an insight or a comment to share or a question to ask. And you can hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get updates about new videos coming out. And look forward to seeing you on the next video. Namaste.